let's talk about having consistent income, especially in your pursuit of being an artist, and how living the poor artist life is not the way to go. Because I've been working multiple jobs. I Uber every now and then. I work for a staging company. I'm a Muay Thai and boxing coach, and all of those is cool, but it's definitely not consistent enough to uh, be sustainable in at this point in time. And I truly just want to focus on my art and just keep creating more photo books, more paintings, and really like just hone in on the craft itself of that so that, I can then establish and create the Iron Silk Studios that I brand that I'm working on. And today is going to be the first day of the security guard class. I just registered for it. I'm at the school. And it's currently 8:17. Starts at 9, and yeah, this is going to help, create some consistent hours for work and bring in some bread that has been necessary to just create stuff in general. Like the book that I made, the photo book I made, I invested time and energy and resources to travel, to set up photo shoots, to rent um, the space that I rented to create the the art studio within the pictures. And so just like having more projects that I want to do, I just need more consistent income. The staging, the boxing it's been helping me get by, but it's too unstable, if that makes sense, right? And as an artist, all of that is, for me at least, is just, it's more stressful than it needs to be. And so creating a more consistent income and then reducing the spending habits, creating better spending habits so that the resources can go to savings, investing, and creating art. And that's definitely an important aspect to just being a human being, but especially if you want to live as an artist, to pursue your art, whether it's dance, whether it's fighting, whether it's painting, writing, making movies, whatever it is, like you're going to need financial discipline, some financial literacy, and a decent enough job to where you're able to live within your means, and better to be living below that just so that you do then have a better financial standing, because having to worry about like like, man, where am I gonna get paid to survive for next week? Like that's crazy to me that I put myself in this position. And um, because I've been making decent money, so it's definitely no excuse on my part, and the negligence and uh, compulsiveness of spending, of trying to keep up with the Joneses, or just buying things unnecessarily. It's just definitely now really taking a toll in my life. And as an artist, as a human on this earth, you know, um, I've been reading more financial literacy books, more investing books. And I'm like, man, I got to really reprogram my relationship with money, because it's such a, if you've never read Rich Dad Poor Dad, I definitely recommend that book, just to even get your brain to start realizing the difference between a poor mindset and a rich mindset. And if you grow up in a not so affluent family that didn't instill good financial literacy and these concepts within you at a young age, man, you're really at a disadvantage just trying to live life and then trying to be an artist at the same time. So really starting your journey of financial literacy and understanding like what habits are keeping us in the loop of paycheck to paycheck and all these and consumerism, endless consumerism. Like these are really important lessons that I definitely should have learned and should have been instilled at a younger age, so that as you get older and you do start making more money, then your relationship with that money is less about like trying to prove your your worth with outside sources, in turn like how your expensive tastes and extravagant spending and buying unnecessary things that don't really add value and gain value. So you know deal in the book he talks about assets and liabilities, and liabilities take away, assets add. And it's definitely a new world of financial literacy, and it's so important, especially again just trying to be an artist, working at your art. It's something that we all really need to buckle down on and create a more stable financial standing, because it's hard being out here working all these hours and then you're just blowing it and wasting it. So I definitely understand what that feels like, and I know what that means. So again, today is the first step into this class, into creating a more consistent hourly uh, job, and then work my way towards other ventures so that we don't have to stick to a 9 to 5 forever. So yeah, that's the life update. That's the financial literacy talk of the day. Yeah, read that book if you haven't. Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. It's a good book. All right, check you on the next one. Stay dangerous.